Hello everyone, it is More here, and I'm going to show you some nice tests I did with Graham bubblefish about the new guard mode. So we tested it a lot on Infantry, and we saw no real results. As you can see, we tested this stat is in guard mode and is still attacked at other unit there in the back. So when units are not routing, guard mode has no effect at all. We tested it and it has no effect. We did all possible scenario, and the only difference is that units will not chase routing units, but that's it. The unit behaves exactly the same way. There is no difference between guard mode or no guard mode on infantry units, beside the fact that they won't chase routing units. So that was the first result we got. A second interesting result is for skimmers. As you can see, these Berserker slingers are firing at this equities, and they are in guard mode, so they will shoot at it, and they are also in fire at will. So they will shoot at that equities because they have an order. The equities will go back and the slingers won't chase it. But even if they won't chase it, they are still set at firing. So they are still counting as firing. They are not actually firing. They are not expanding ammo, but they are counting as firing. And now we will see another interesting result is that because those Berserker slingers are still counting as firing, I will put another equities in front, and the Berserker slingers won't shoot at it even if it's in guard fire at will. So guard mode make shooters not actually pursue the equities, but they are still set at firing, and they won't fire at that other equities who is there in the front. So guard mode is kinda neglecting the fire at will ability. Because of that, I don't know if it's a bug or not, but it is still because of that firing thing. And now I will put back the first equities in front of those Berserker slingers, and you will see they will continue to shoot at it. No, soon. Yeah, you see they shoot at it. So I guess it can be useful to target one unit, and because you don't want your skirmisher to chase cavalry or such too far, because in a typical engagement you will have an infantry engagement going on there, and you don't want your slingers to go in that engagement. So that can be useful, but the fact that they are still firing and not really doing anything is a problem, and you have to be aware of that. So they won't fire at anything else than the one you've ordered to shoot, unless you click an alt order, and then they will shoot back at everything in front of them. So guard mode is neglecting fire at will, in the sense that if you give an attack order to a unit, they will not shoot at any other unit, even if they won't chase that unit. Unless you give an order, a stop order, then they will shoot again. Like there, Graham gave a stop order, and they shoot at that other equities now. So that is another interesting result for skirmisher, because so they will shoot at everything, but if you give an order and the unit you gave in order to retreats, they won't chase it. They won't chase it at all, and they will just fire if the units come back into range, and they won't shoot at anything else. Again, for skirmisher, there is something important to take note of, is that even if you use guard mode on your slingers, even if they won't chase an enemy unit, they will still shoot at it even if that unit routes. Look, this unit is routing and they will still get shot at by those slingers. You see, they are still firing a volley even though this unit is broken. And we also noticed that a strange bug is that when a unit is using a special ability, the guard mode won't function properly anymore. You will see at some point I will activate rapid reload on one of those slingers and they will start to chase those 5 hastati there. So I'm waiting for me to do that. They are running. Those 2 are not chasing, but they are still set at firing because of that bug we discussed earlier. They are still set at firing, and at some point I will activate, you see, rapid reload, and boom, they go and chase, because that's a bug. That's a bug with that is a pure bug with rapid reload abilities and the guard mode. So if you are using guard mode to ensure your slingers are staying in place, be careful when you use your abilities because it will break the guard mode. Now I am going to test the use of guard mode on Berserkers, because I am wondering if when they run amok they are still not chasing routing units, because that will make them a lot more useful, and it will make the amok mechanic a lot more profitable for those Berserkers. So they are in guard mode, I let them charge using their abilities, they run amok, and we will see if they charge, if they chose those auxiliary infantry when they rout. So they are killing a lot of them, and they are already red morale, and we will soon see a rout there, or there, I'm not sure. They are killing. Berserkers are still amok, still in guard mode. I will use my general ability there to make it easier for the Berserkers to kill something. So they are losing decisively and they will soon rout. There you can see the Berserkers routed that unit and they are totally ignoring it. They ignore it totally, they just charge that one. They are letting that one go and they directly go at the other units. And we will see the same there. One unit routes and the second will soon route too. And we are going to see that unit of Berserker just totally ignoring that blob of routing unit that will soon form there. Yeah, and you can see immediately when that unit routes, they go for the charge. So that is, I think that is the most useful use of guard mode. That is really the better use for guard mode, is use it on Berserker. Always, I would always use guard mode on Berserkers, because you don't want those Berserkers to chase those routing units. It's way better that they go for the rear charge like they went there. And you can see there again, the units route directly, they go for the general. So guard mode is really useful on Berserkers. It makes the amok mechanic totally profitable, and there is no drawback anymore at that amok mechanic. Now you can really use it totally to the... You really want them to run amok. You already wanted it before, but now you want it even more. So I even tested guard mode on dogs, and I had no really conclusive results. Those dogs there are in guard mode and those dogs are not. I think it's make a little bit of difference, but really dogs are glitchy, so I'm not sure. I think it makes a difference, but not a big one, that's for sure. So no real game changer for dogs. Same for elephants. Elephants do not are not affected by the guard mode, even when they are amok. So when elephants are amok, they just run randomly, and so guard mode is not helping for that. Even if it is helping big time with berserkers, it is not helping at all with elephants. So that was the test on guard mode, and I will see you next time.